Hi, Leo. Welcome to your end of April 2021 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So, um, I guess, now that I usually I don't do these end of the month ones literally this close to the end of the month, but I realized that I hadn't done yours. But as I record this is like on the eve of a full moon in Scorpio. And this is another fixed sign. And in your case, this is going to be the fourth house. Some of you, this is going to occur in the third house. You have to see the degree that you're in to know where it's going to hit you. But in any case, in both scenarios, there could be something around the home environment or in the third house is a local area or with family members. The third house, it can be more like siblings and cousins and aunts and uncles. In the fourth house, it can be the parents. But full moon in Scorpio, whoa. What kind of things can it dredge up? But dredging up means that it can be released. So it's not to say that, oh my gosh, that's terrible, that things are coming to the surface. It can actually be very good. The fourth house is a house of childhood. And Scorpio is ruled by Mars, but also Pluto, which can deal with trauma and things like that. So that can be very healing, but in the short term, it can be quite intense. And it's a supermoon, so supermoon in Scorpio, whoa. That's all I have to say about that one. So that's for the end of the month. We have one more week of the month. So actually, this actually looks kind of a lot lighter than what I just said. Okay. All right. Start spreading the news. I already got that title. I've used that several times. I'm going to recycle it. Start spreading the news, the focus card. The Page of Wands. There may be good news coming to you. And this can be something that you've wanted to hear. And this can be like kind of a catalyst to ignite something that has to do with a new beginning. We do have also the Ace of Swords. But Page of Swords can also be like some kind of an affair but like a new project that you're maybe nurturing or things like that. So that can be very nice for you. And the Page of Wands can relate to passion and new ideas and being very adventurous about something in your life. Perhaps some kind of new career or new job. This can be like this message is something that could come from a relative or a friend, and it can make you feel really good. Wands energy, and you've got like another one with the Eight of Wands, can be like fire energy. So Leo, Sag, or Aries, kind of a person, but individuality, being independent. And this might be your declaration of independence. So you're declaring that you are free from something. In the past position, we have the Seven of Swords. So this may be the last straw with somebody who is I was going to say sketchy or who's cheating. So whether this is infidelity or if this is like, let's say this is on the job and somebody's stealing your intellectual property, Leo, or something along those lines. Maybe it's even a relative stealing the silverware from you or something. But it's really, kind of like stating your sovereignty, your independence from a situation that no longer agrees with you in some way. The higher message is the Six of Cups. This is the soulmate card. It's also the card of children and, the past. So it has this nostalgic connection. This is, you see it can deal with childhood. So this is where that full moon is. And maybe that when full moons happen, there can be like secrets that come out. And so that can make you aware that someone is stealing from you, or, I was going to say lying to you. Swords relate to communication. So this person, usually they're talking about physical, like if it's theft, it'll be a physical property, or it could be cheating. And it's like, this may be something that you already knew about, but you didn't know the full details, and that kind of comes to light. However, the Seven of Swords can also be just like you going your own way, Leo. Finally, you have decided to break free. And with the Six of Cups, there may be somebody from your past who you are feeling is still in your heart, or maybe even you're having some kind of communication with that person. Who knows? Also, with the Six of Cups, this is supposed to be the spiritual message. So when we look at it at a deeper level, if you are tolerating bad behavior, or if you have done so, you may realize that you have to set a better example for your children, because they're just like seeing negative behavior, and that isn't good for them to be exposed to that, and you realize that. What crosses you is the Eight of Wands, and this is about moving forward in your life, kind of allowing all the changes that may be coming swiftly to take advantage of them. Leo is a fixed sign, and even though it's a fire sign and it does match the Eight of Wands and the Page of Wands in terms of, the vibe that it describes, it also can be quite unspontaneous. Leo can be very you can be very set in your ways, and even though you might be like very creative and a big child at heart, and you have your own independent thoughts, you still might have a part of you that is a little bit, how can I put it, very afraid of change and things like that. And so when things just kind of happen, you might be hanging back. With the Page of Wands, you may receive some kind of message that pertains to employment opportunities, but you might try to talk yourself out of it, saying, oh, I can't do it because I have to do this or I have to do that. And really, it might be like a lame excuse because you're afraid of, shifting your life in some way. And if you could get over that, you would be so good. You would probably be like in a really great place. But you may have a hard time doing that because you might feel like you can't do it for some reason. And of course, that would be likely a faulty assumption. What's coming in is the Page of Swords. Two of Swords. And this is, having to make a decision about something. Again, the person is blindfolded. I've been getting this card, it seems like, quite frequently lately. And I think one of the reasons that I have been doing so is because there might be a lot more opportunities these days than there was 6 months ago or a year ago. And so people might be getting multiple job offers, or even if they just have one job offer, they have to decide whether or not to quit their current job. And with relationships, a lot of shifts because what has been happening in the outer world certainly impacts all of us on an individual level, and that is going to naturally, not in all cases, but in some cases, radically change the nature of a relationship. Think about all the couples that had to spend quite a bit of time together when normally they had all these things to distract themselves. And how did they adjust to that? Some of them may have taken to it very well and it really strengthened the relationship. But I wonder how many couples broke up in the last year. I'm talking about live-in couples or married couples. If you have any personal stories, you can let me know. I don't have any of my own to suggest that it affected people that I know. But then again, the people that I know, a lot of them have been married or with their partner for years. So that might not be a good sampling of people. So when you're making that choice, make sure that you're not operating under some delusion or, wishful thinking about it, but that you're really seeing the situation as it is. And the outcome is the Ace of Swords. This is gaining mental clarity, and this is beautiful for being able to make a decision that you can be proud of. And I mean that you can, not really proud of, but comfortable with. Because you might feel a bit of trepidation that perhaps it's very hard. In some cases, people don't like their options. They feel that they don't have good things to choose from. And what I would say to that is, yeah, in some cases, it's a false choice because neither option is really a good one. If you get a job offer and you're not happy with your job and you're not really enthused about that other job, then what's the point? It has to be something that feels like it's a step up. And so I'm going back to that Page of Wands. What is it that you're trying to birth? Page can be a child. Do you have a creative project? Do you have a business that you want to start? The end of April, the first half of May can be good for that, where there's not a lot of conflicting energies to kind of slow things down. And then we get into retrogrades and eclipses. So that can either throw things more up in the air, or they can make things, like throw things up in the air, or make things a little bit harder to kind of finish. Maybe you start something and it seems like you have to keep going over and working it. And that can be like a certain type of retrograde. Now, the other thing too is in May, the lunar eclipse in Sag, that's in your 5th house, which can be love and the business that you own. So lunar eclipse, that can really shake things up in that area. Okay, Leo, that's what I have for you. Sorry that I think you might be the last one. I have to check, but sometimes things get lost in the shuffle. I appreciate your patience, and if you'd like a personal reading, I am mainly an astrologer, and I've been promoting double readings. And I just did one today, and it was so nice to have the time just to really go into great detail, because normally I do like combination tarot, natal chart and, transits for the year. That's what I was just thinking of, the T. And I have, like, for some people, they don't care about transits. They just want the natal chart interpretation. So I have that. I have them separately, and I have just the transits too for people who just want the transits. But anyway, all of that is on my website. And it's rainamoonastrology.com. The link is below. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.